Hey everybody, we should be live. Let me quickly pop up so that the chat shows up. Let's go. And then let's get my boys on Twitch working as well. How's it going, everybody? I am back in Belgium, unfortunately back from Japan. And I figured, hey, let's have a chill stream. I don't have crazy things planned. If someone can write a message in chat so I know that this is working. Yes, Sarkis, hello. So, Mind Over Magnet just launched. We'll probably be talking about that because if you don't know, it's the game from Game Maker's Toolkit. It's at like 40,000 wishlist. It just barely released now, I think, because there's no reviews yet. So we'll get to that in a second. And then, yeah, apart from that, honestly, I don't have a lot of special things planned. I just wanted to have a chat, talk game dev. By the way, hi everyone, Revolver Over and Mike 10 and yeah, Sarkis as well. The streams are back to an earlier time now. Oh, actually, I should ping the at live streams. People go away. Oh my god, I hate EA. Close. At live streams. Time for a chill stream. Live now. Okay. And then let's get the link. Very excited for Magnet game. Oh, that honestly surprised me because I met Mark Brown. Let me see if I can actually pull up the proof. I think I made an XD Everything app post about. Oh, I need to log in. I don't know if I can show it. Let's not dox ourselves. Is this gonna work? Oh, god damn it. Maybe in my Google Photos I can just find it if I look up for Brighton. Nope. Brighton and Hove. Google Photos is miserable, but yes, we got there. Well, you can see me, smaller me now. This is me and Mark Brown. Probably the most awkward interaction I had in a long time. I didn't recognize him. Fun fact, he recognized me. So thanks, Mark. It was nice meeting you. Wait, do I have a better one? No, both of them. Honestly, we're so horrible. You can tell that we're two nerdy influencers leaving our house for the first time in like a year or 5. How is he IRL? He's I think he's like how he is on video. And did I ask him why he made a 2D platformer? Kinda. I think it was like a week after the June Steam Next Fest in which he participated, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, yeah, it didn't go well, I feel. And he was like, yeah, I was looking at here. Outstanding wish lists as well over the past year. So he announced it basically a year ago. Exactly 1 year basically. And then initial spike was good. Where was Steam Next Fest? So that was in June. He definitely got a few thousand wish lists from it, which is solid. I'm honestly always surprised that 2D platforms perform well, but one thing that makes me a bit scared for his launch, and let me make this a bit bigger, I guess, is the fact that he didn't, like, if you look at this, all of his wish lists are a year old, basically. Like, if you look, 2.4% of total wish lists were made in the last month. You would expect a little bit more. Like, you definitely see the boost here of popular and, like, upcoming. But I would have expected more than 700 wish lists, honestly, from getting that. So, I mean, the game is out. Let's see. Has he made a... I don't know if this is his... Let me see if he's made a video yet about Mind Over Magnet being out. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, 35 minutes ago, I made a game about magnets. 7.5k, no, 9k views almost. Those wishlists are estimated, yeah, but those wishlist estimations are pretty fucking accurate. So That's why, because you can compare these with Unicycle Pizza Time, for example. Let's see, how much does it give your estimated out? Okay, no, this is actually pretty wrong. Never mind. But still, it gives you a pretty good average idea of, because it's based on followers. So followers is public, and then there's like an estimated average rate from how many followers is one wish list, basically. So yeah. So does he not have this? Please make sure you have regional prices activated. I'm curious. Steam DB mind over magnet. Does the pricing look? I think 10 euros. It's a 2D platformer, so I think this is the maximum basically he could ask for the game. So it's like 10 bucks. If I'm looking at this though, I feel like what is another Steam game? So what I usually do for pricing, for like if people are like, oh, how should I price my game? What am I talking about? I'm talking about Mind Over Magnet, the game from GMTK that released like 30 minutes ago. Is like finding a similar game to yours that's like, wait, let me see. Is there like a category for under 10? Where is the under 10? I can't wait. It's shop, new categories. God damn it, Steam. Where is your under 10 euro category? It should be somewhere. No? Okay, I'm just gonna look for 10. How much of a mistake is this? 10%? Oh, here, under 10. Lethal Company. So this is a game that has had massive success, and it's using the same pricing as Mind Over Magnet. So let's look how that one is on SteamDB. Okay, it seems... Is this the exact same? Basically, okay. I don't know if it's the Steam default that he took, but I think things like 1,000 Japanese yen. I would have gone, just keep it at 1,000 in general. But that's just me. I think this is fine. The thing that I was actually surprised about, dear Mark, if you ever do watch, is the fact that you only have one single language and it's interface only. And I understand if you have some dialogue, but I think this is probably going to be one of the things that is like holding the game back almost the most. Because I don't know, can I see where the wish lists are from? Wish list by country. Okay, I can only, no, not enough. Only just that it's US. But if, let's take a look at Will You Snail. Can we see there? There's like, as you can see, a shit ton in Germany, shit ton in China. You're probably not covering that. Is Will You Snail translated? I feel like it has to be. Yeah, of 25 languages. I think this is a mistake. Always localize your game, because also one thing is, has he gone through the effort to localize his store pages still? Let me see. Let's go to Japanese. No. Okay, so it's also not localized in Japanese. So I feel like that is an easy W that he missed out on. That's I would have done probably. I guess now it's just waiting for the reviews to come in. I honestly don't know how this is gonna go. On the one hand, it's by far one of the most popular YouTuber games. Wait, what was it called? Mind Over Magnet. Because it does have 40,000 wish lists. Yeah, the game is out. Game is out, guys. It's, what is it? No, not Will You Snail. It is currently out for €8.77. Normal price €9.75. So that's $9.99, I think, with the conversion. How much does localization cost? Well, the thing is, he's Mark fucking Brown. He can probably stretch his YouTube clout and even get it done for free. If not, you're talking about a cost per word of, it depends on how many words, 10 cents to 3 cents. But I don't think this game has a whole lot of dialogue. It's a puzzle game. It's 50 single screen puzzles, and sure, there will be some, like you see like the little Wii here, but I don't think it's a giant cost in this case to localize the interface. Like, yeah, sure, you have a lot of things, like for example your main menus and all of that you want to localize, but that one you can even do for free, because there's things like Polyglot Gamedev, which is a resource that I really enjoy, where you can just find like, oh, I want to find a new game. Okay, is it new game? Yeah, it's new game. So it's like, okay, menu label new game, and here you can go. This is like crowdsourced in basically every goddamn language on earth. And these are easy things as well. This is what we used for Unicycle Pizza Time, for example. We used a lot of the polyglot, and then the rest we actually did with just ChatGPT. Now, I understand someone like Mark Brown, he shouldn't use ChatGPT to localize his game. That's a mistake, because that's going to give him too much of a hit of someone who's like all professional and doing as well as possible, or like not doing as well as possible, but like performing with like high quality editing, good script writing and things like that. Like him going then to ChatGPT to localize everything, then that doesn't work. Also, there's no demo for Mind Over Magnet anymore, because he did the Chris Sikowski thing of, oh no, wait, there is the demo? Is it still available? No, it's not. Okay, yeah, no, he took the demo offline. That is something that I'm like meh about, but it is technically the correct thing to do. Chris Sikowski talks about this as well. Especially if you're making a puzzle game, you want to get rid of the demo after launch, because hey, people are much less likely to refund the game than to just not buy the game in general if they play the demo and they're not interested in it. What's that spreadsheet called again? It's called Polyglot Gamedev. I'll put it in chat for you as well. I talked about it in some videos as well. But basically this is I can just see the number of like total viewers rise. I don't know if that is related or not. But there's a lot of stuff in here. It's like a few hundred. No, yeah, it's a lot of things basically that you can find in a whole bunch of different languages, and it's pretty good for that. So I think that is definitely Mark Brown, if you're watching this, top priority right now is probably localizing. It might already be too late, but you can do it super quickly. I think he's also using Unity, in which case we use Unity as well. There's this thing called i2 localization, and it's an asset. It's like $40, goes on sale quite often, so probably pick it up at Black Friday for 20. This is so goddamn worth it for if you're planning to do localization, because let me show you how it works for Unicycle Pizza Time. This is the localization for Unicycle Pizza Time. It's just a Google Drive sheet, or yeah, Google Drive sheet, and this is so easy for collaboration and things like that, and you can just import it, sync it. It also supports things like just Google Translate localization, but I don't really want that. And an important one is support for multiple fonts, like for example, switching between German, where you have like the funny O's and the B's, and then switch to Japanese, switch to Chinese. That is stuff that is miserable to do in just plain old Unity. i2 localization makes your life much worth it. Getting it on sale for 20 euros is going to save you more than like 5 times the amount of time in just implementing it. Just bought Mom. I guess you mean Mind Over Magnet. Hey, I'm kind of lost on what stage Guild Architect's development is. What's going on with that game, Priscon? So, Guild Architect is... it's not dead. And people are like, oh, why don't you have... I think I can even just show you. Like, we've gotten most of the store page even is there. Guild Architect, here we go. The problem is we made... yeah, because it's like post is coming soon, like it's got all approved and everything. Why can I not see view in beta mode? Yeah, like we have... Okay, no, I still need the GIFs. Like most of the store page was done. I started working on a trailer. That the issue is we released Unicycle Pizza Time, and Unicycle Pizza Time suddenly made us realize that, oh fuck, putting more time in a game doesn't actually mean I don't want financial info, sure. Putting more time in a game doesn't guarantee that your game is going to... Jesus, today is good, guys. This is unrelated. Like, we made Unicycle Pizza Time in a month, and it's made 12k gross so far, 8k net. Let me zoom in a little bit more. We were looking at ourselves honestly, and we're like, okay, do we think that Guild Architect... Do I still have it open? Yeah, Guild Architect... It's probably... God damn it. I pushed the beta mode, don't I? Yeah, like, if we looked at this and we're like... I don't know if we're going to get the same amount of money. So Guild Architect has a lot of big issues with the gameplay and things like that. And we had some, of course, we had like our publisher pitches and at Gamescom. And that's when we realized, okay, there's something's not good about Guild Architect. It doesn't look, it's not the quality level we need to, like, even with the visuals, we have some issues with the shading that we're not happy with. The models that the interns made were pretty good, but then the gameplay fell flat kinda, and it was still like kind of clunky and whatever. Is it really 8k net? No, let me see, actually, I can see, I think it's a bit less. Let's pull up the report for September. This is not the most up to date, so we made 1,800 on the 2 days of August, and then 3,647 on... I think we're at like 6k net or something, because here we can see like how much goes into sales from Unicycle Pizza Time, gross units sold, so net Steam sales, and then it still takes revenue. I don't know exactly how this works. We get money paid out. So yeah, I think it's more like 6k. It's also very delayed. Like the number we see here will only be paid out by end of December fully. So it's always hard to say, like, this, what we got paid out here is like up until September, which means that, yeah, it's kind of behind on total earnings. Anyways, Guild Architect right now, we have paused development on it. Will we come back to it? That is honestly a good question. We don't want to abandon it, because I think there are some good ideas with it. So there are some good models and things like that with it. There is potential, but it just doesn't make sense, because it was a game that was going to need at least like half a year plus of development. And it wouldn't have been a good return on investment, basically. So what are we doing instead then? Because there was some questions someone else also asked. Nashfan FI13, what off Unicycle, what games are you guys working on? I don't think we ever actually fully announced it. Only on Patreon we've been talking about it. We're working on 2 games, actually. Magical Girl Guardians and Skogvol. So let's start maybe with Skogvol. Yeah, I don't have screenshots for this yet, but we have some stuff. Skogvol is going to be a Viking city builder game. It is actually the thumbnail of this live stream as well. It was just, I don't know. There's some issues with it still. We were originally like, oh yeah, we're gonna pump it out in 2 months. We actually ran into the problem with this game that there was too little to do. Maybe I'll pull it up in the meantime. I haven't gotten the other game pulled up right now. Magical Girl Guardians. I didn't look at this, but it got declined. This was going... Why? Oh my god, Steam, fix your goddamn site. This is... I swear to god. I click on the view in beta modes, and it just sends me to the store main page. Why? Edit store page. Can I just come from here? Preview changes in the store. Oh, I need to log in, it seems. It logged me out. And now I'm logged in. Okay, I didn't even need to log in, it seems. It's a survivor-like. Don't look at this art. These screenshots are goddamn horrible. We're completely retexturing the game. But it's basically a magical girl shooter co-op survivor, like, was the thing that we're going for. So for this one, so basically the thing is also we're doing a divide and conquer. Skogvold is completely done by William, and then Magical Girl Guardians is completely done by Thomas, and then I hop in between the two a little bit, but it was getting too much, hence why I made the I'm tired video. So these games, I think it's hard to guarantee hits, and it's like we have that idea of, okay, Skogvold definitely, I think Skogvold is a safer bet than Magical Girl Guardians, but I think Magical Girl Guardians has more explosive potential than Skogvold, so to say. Oh, hi, my favorite C-tier streamer is live. Hi, Thomas. I'm just showing chat how horrible your game is. So this is what we have for Skogvold, but we ran into some issues with this that probably is gonna be a video soon, so I'll just very quickly show you. Thomas, this is the Steam page. I haven't pulled the current build on this PC, so too bad. But we were like, okay, we want a little Viking city builder game. The problem is we realized that the game wasn't deep enough to really be good. So that was a problem. We're like, oh yeah, we'll just make a little city builder. How hard can it be? And then we ran into the same problem as Forge Industry, kinda, where all of the buildings we wanted to make, because we had like all of these ideas, all did kind of the same thing. And yeah, we'll talk about this more when that gets closer. We'll make like one devlog for each game. But there's some stuff going on. What does Skogvold mean? It's like Danish/Norwegian for like a little village and a clearing, I think. Hi there, Geri Vori. Nice evening indeed. I don't think Magical Girl Guardians is a Marmo-Real clone because it's a completely different genre. So yeah, balance and design is already hard enough for strategy games, not a 2-month game. That's what we're realizing now as well. Or like, it's more like getting enough depth in the mechanics that it's actually fun and not just, oh, place down building and that's it. For Unicycle Pizza Time, will be in the autumn sale as well. And we're actually planning for that one an update as well. Okay, yeah, this is not happening. Where we want to do the construction update. I think I teased this in a recent video. I showed it where I want to add an extra level because I think Stephen Ray, what happened to Guild Architect? Can you please just go back like 10 minutes in the vault and I will, and then you'll explain all of it. You just finished the end of my explanation, basically. I want to add an extra Unicycle Pizza Time level because Unicycle Pizza Time works. I want to show maybe what was it yesterday? We had got some giant coverage. Let me quickly pull this to the side. So has Mind Over Magnet in the meantime gotten some reviews yet? Oh, there's also, damn, still no user reviews. I think I'm kind of surprised by this one because we're like, what, an hour, 53 minutes ago, 11,000 viewers? I would have expected more people to just immediately review it. Guys, if you bought Mind Over Magnet, then like give it a review, help out the boy. Oh yeah, I was going to pull this back up. Also, Ricky, can you send the name again? Because I was looking at the Cooking Fest earlier today and I was like, oh, this is the perfect game for it, but I forgot the name, goddammit. Oh, Sunnyside Crossing, that's it, never mind. Yeah, I'll look at it in a second. What's the status with AI capture art? I notice it all over, but I'm assuming that's because I'm making a game as well. I think I'll pay someone to make capsule for my game as well. Okay, first off, Unicycle Pizza Time. I wanted to cover something. Is it updated yet? Is this one? I was looking at the Steam stats and suddenly I was like, why the fuck do we have like $300 of sales in a day? The reason is because this channel with, I don't know if you can see it well, 7.1 million subscribers made a 35-minute long video, this like game show style, of them playing Unicycle Pizza Time while they're drunk as fuck. And it's very entertaining. It's at like 1.1 million views in a day. And it's hard carrying our sales as well still for the past few days. So this is also why I'm like, okay, I think we can actually get some good value out of adding an extra level to Unicycle Pizza Time. And then, because I have a list at this point of like, you know, I can see every single person basically who has covered our game and see how many views and things like that. Reach out to them once that UPT going viral, Revolver over UPT has already gone viral in Japan. It's just not out of Japan yet. But I think contacting all of the Japanese streamers when there is a new level and then combining that with a like 25% discount or something is going to be my plan. Right now, we're planning that for January. So, yeah. The thing is, Nolex's new strategy makes streamer games. We considered that, but it's actually kind of hard, I feel. Wait, what am I gonna say? It's kind of hard to come up with good ideas for streamer games, because there was something that we were considering, like, oh, after Unicycle Pizza Time, we were like, oh, what are we going to do next? Because we first weren't certain, like, do we want to do Skogvold? Do we want to do Magical Girl Guardians? We had some other ideas. I had like an idea where you were like a cat guy. I forgot the name. Muscle Cat. We found this Unity asset and we were like, we can probably do something funny with this for like a streamer style game, but we just couldn't get there. And it's very hard, I realized, to force streamer games. Like Unicycle Pizza Time came to us as a pure coincidence, I think. And actually like forcing it was something that we tried, but it was like, yeah, no, we can't do this. So that's why we'll see. Maybe we tried making a streamer bait horror game, but it just wasn't working, so we ended up canceling it. Gary Vori, is there a way to see who played your game on YouTube, or do you need to find them one by one? So what we use is a tool called Coverage Bot. And what this does is it automatically tracks YouTube and Twitch and then lets you know whenever someone covers your game. It is not free. That is one thing to keep in mind. Wait, let me see pricing. It's like $25 a month, $24 a month, but if you use code BITEME at checkout, you get like a 10% discount, I think. And that one, this automatically gives you, like, for example, you can see it here. If I go to our own one, you get like Discord messages every time there's like a Reddit post about your game, every time there's a Twitch stream about it, YouTube videos and things like that. That makes your life easier. This is something that can make sense, I think. I don't know if it makes sense for a full year, but like the 1 or 2 months right before and right after your release are probably points where this could be worth it if you're doing like an actual bigger press campaign. And we've made videos about it before. Let me pull up the video. We talk about it pretty in depth in the video here, how we spend $0 on marketing our game. And there I talk about basically everything you need to know about tracking YouTube views. Man, look at this guy, what an idiot. So watch this if you haven't seen it yet. It tells you everything you need to know about influencer marketing. Is the US market harder to breach? I'm surprised UPT wasn't covered by the major mainstream streamers yet. So this is something I also cover in this. I can probably even just find it in here. Yeah, agencies. This was when we reached out to Queso. They just wanted... Oh, I don't think you can really see this that well. Let me move this a little bit. Yeah, so basically the only way Queso was gonna play our game, which would have been probably nice, is if we would have spent like, in Queso's case, it would be between $5,000 and $10,000. And the numbers don't make sense there. We're an indie studio. We're not some big AAA Black Myth Wukong or whatever company that has millions of dollars just to send out to influencers and wanting to get into the common zeitgeist. Getting influencers to pick up organically, especially the American ones, the big ones, is really fucking hard. We had a few that we reached out to that didn't have agencies that picked up on it, but it just didn't. I don't know, no big streamers really covered it. We had like 2 streamers cover it from like the US, and that's it. Japan really popped off the most for some reason. I don't know why. Will we contact when we do that big update, the construction update, will we contact the American streamers? Probably, because I have their contact details anyway, but I don't really expect them to do a lot or like to be like, oh yeah, let's go and let's play this now. So that is, yeah, I think there's more money in the US market, definitely. But yeah, there was also kind of a bit already, honestly, in just the Japan market. And Korea also popped off, surprisingly. Because, yeah, what are we at? We're at like, yeah, Japan just dominates. And then the US is like 3rd biggest, but only 4%. Could it be the environment you have in-game? Feels Japanese. It's actually opposite. It's super American in Unicycle Pizza Time. It's basically what a Japanese... Because I talked about someone with one of the streamers when I popped in their chat. It's like, they're like, is this like... They're like toxic waste, and they were basically like, I translate, of course, they were basically like, oh, most normal American city if there's like toxic waste in it. So this environment is absolutely not Japanese at all, but it is more of the idea of like a Japanese, an American like dirty city, I feel. So yeah. I'm not gonna complain. People enjoyed it, so yeah. What platform are you using to send mass emails to streamers? I am not using a special platform. I'm using Excel and Outlook. I have a big Excel list of all of my streamers, and I open my Outlook, and I just send emails. I think what I did to make my life a little bit easier is like I made like a template that I just copy pasted, and I was like, do not send. And then I would update like the codes, and I would put the name of the streamer behind the konnichiwa, and then just copy paste, send it out. And then I had my title, do you like unicycles? Ichininsa ski. And that's it basically. Maybe I could write a Python script to do it automatically. The thing is, I like adding a personal touch. So maybe you can, that's a big thing. I put in the extra effort to like find the name of every YouTuber. So let's say I have a YouTuber who's called like Mr. Big Gamer 4000. I would look up what is Mr. Big Gamer 4000's real name, because as a YouTuber myself as well, I can immediately sniff out when an email is automated, and if you don't care to put any effort into the email you send to me, well, I don't care into reading whatever you send to me. And that's why I do think there's still a lot of value in doing it manually. It's still not costing you that much time and energy to send out the emails. Manually, it took us like a few hours, and that's it. Do you automatically get flagged for spamming if you send too many emails? If we're talking about more than like 200, 300 emails in a single day, maybe, but that was not the volume we were reaching. I know that this Impress, I think I can leak this. They are adding something new that I got added to today, but I don't have access yet. Is they're doing something called Impress Launchpad, where it will automatically find similar games and do things like they don't have demos and anything yet. So this is something very, very upcoming. Probably will cover a bit when I've been able to use it a bit more. Where they will find similar games, similar content creators, and then also do things like key distribution and managing outreach. So that would be things that they do as well. Right now, it's very much still so early in development that I haven't seen anything outside of this screenshot. So I wait a little bit for now. You have to do it more manually still. So yeah. Also, I'm very happy, by the way, guys, to see that we have such a high viewer rate. We're like 100. I want to use this maybe as like a quick final push because nominations are closing in less than a week. Have you submitted your games yet to the Bite Me Game Awards 2024? Celebrating the best games from our community. Because I just want to make a good show. The more people submit, the more you can get. We're getting some prizes as well. So I think here, yeah, especially Diamond in the Rough category, I want to highlight once again. Where is it? Yeah, if you have a prototype that's on Edge.io or whatever, and you submit, you can get money. Like, okay, I don't know how we'll just give you money. Probably we'll give you the $100 Steam credit, and we'll pay for a capsule artist for you as well. Just because we believe in your game, the community believes in your game, and I think it should be on Steam. So if you can, yeah, we're probably not going to be doing physical awards, and then yeah, a fancy image on your store page, and we'll be doing a special event live stream as well, the 20th of December, showcasing the nominations and the winners. So yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at your game, Ricky. Sunnyside Crossing. Do you think it's worth it to use a few months for release, or only makes sense when the game is released? Wait, what are we talking about? Are we talking about the Impress? The coverage bot? Wait. Impress. Okay. This is worth it a few months before release, I would say. Like, when you're starting to really send out a lot of keys and a lot of influencers, then it's worth it. I think, because then there is a lot. I think there is a lot of value. Maybe not even from the YouTube side, but I really enjoyed the Twitch side, where guess YouTube, it's like you can't get an immediate notification, but Twitch and live streams from YouTube, seeing someone is live and being able to hop into their chat. Damn, someone had 1,300 peak viewers playing Unicycle Pizza Time, and talking to them has done a lot for us in terms of getting more reviews, in terms of like, hey, you're the cool, chill developer. People like that, and people like, hey, actually, let me go and give this game a spin, give it a whirl, and see how it's going. So it can be worth it. Let's take a look at your game. Sunnyside Crossing. How is it evolved? Story-rich, restaurant slim. Life like RPG elements. Explore the world. Your interaction with neighbors and customers. Story-rich life sim cooking simulation. Yeah. And I guess is there a demo? Yeah, there's a demo. I should have. Oh, I haven't given opinions on Mind Over Magnets trailer yet. I should do that. I want to talk about something else as well soon. I think it looks, yeah, this is still, I think I've talked to you about this before. This is a very fancy store page already. And it's part of the Steam Cooking Fest, so the more you can get, the better. One thing I was actually considering as a series, I think Steam is just not updating because there's no fucking way. There's still no reviews. Is he getting discussions? Yeah, because people are actually playing this. Let's take a wait. I'll look at the trailer maybe on Steam. Oh, on YouTube. Let me quickly pause the music and let's take a quick look at this. Okay, so I think this the problem that's check the trailers in the discussion section, reviews. Maybe yeah, this is better, faster. Okay, yeah, he's getting reviews. He's fine. Recommended. How the fuck does he have 6.6 hours already? Okay, but he's at his 10 reviews, so that's good. Review Mark Brown. Hey, it works for the Steam algorithm. I think what this trailer misses is that only, what is this, 16 seconds in, more even 17 seconds in, now we finally get introduced to the magnet. I think this is something where the first 17 seconds you're generic platformer and not really that interesting. So this is where something like a cold open, it's something I talked about in my recent video about 5 trailer mistakes as well. A cold open would mean that in like the first 5 to 10 seconds, you would already introduce Magnus the Magnet and showcase the highlight reel of what he does. And then maybe after that, you can dial it back and go more to the slower start where, hey, you are the little robot with your standard platformer. But I think this should come further. I think a minute and 14 seconds, I think this could be cut down a little bit, but I don't think the length is going to be the big issue. I think the main issue is just the open. The music and sound effects is good. There's a good call to action. Maybe I would have added a Steam logo there, but I think it's fine. I think the trailer is okay. I think, yeah, indeed, only the front initial pacing would have been something that I would have looked at. Okay, can we introduce the core mechanic earlier? Because right now, apart from the title, I also don't know if the title screen really matters. I think this is better than having no title screen and then nobody would know that the magnet is a thing. But like, this is very much a boring shot. It's very staticky. Only the purple thing is moving. So yeah, I think that would be something that I'm looking into. Oh, it has SteamDB. It has how many CC? 361. That's pretty decent. Okay, yeah, definitely not bad. I think How to Market the Game actually made a really good blog post a few days ago, or like a few weeks ago, about the Jonas Die Roller games and how it was the Will You Snail had 700 concurrent users on launch and died off very quickly. And that was at 60k wishlist. So I think, yeah, probably this is a pretty good article. I'm not going to go in depth on it, but it talks about the 3 games of Jonas Die Roller, and this is kind of trying to answer the question of like, how much does having a YouTube channel really help with your game? And I think, yeah, looking at Will You Snail versus Mind Over Magnet would be a pretty good comparison. Mark Brown is still going to earn some pretty good dollar reduce from this, because how much has Will You Snail at total earnings wise in the 2 years? It's at like, yeah, 265,000. It's not bad. I think this will convert pretty well still. It's just, yeah, he didn't pick the best genre, is all I could say, really. But hey, it could have been worse. So I think, yeah. Also, Larry, on the Steam discussion, is it best taste to ask for reviews? I generally... So, you can ask for reviews. I think Steam just doesn't like it asking for like positive reviews, and that's it. Yeah, I think we have higher expectations because he's a legend in the game community. That's the thing I have as well. If you look at the videos, he talks about like super deep game design, and then you make a puzzle platformer, which is like one of the worst possible games you can make in terms of marketability and selling and things like that. And it's like, is this the best thing? When you also have the video that's like 100 games that taught me game design. It's like, how much of this should matter for Mind Over Magnets? But yeah, I think it's he'll get better. Probably he'll make an update as well, and then yeah, I think in the end of the day, he did this for a year whilst also making a whole bunch of. When did he start? Actually, the Steam page hasn't been up for episode. No, he made this in more than a year. Yeah, okay, because this is 3 years ago, and he was already thinking about magnets then. So it took some time. I'm not gonna judge the guy. It's not the best genre. It's not the worst genre. Speaking of this, this was an idea I had for like a potential stream, but I don't know if we're gonna do it. It's like playing YouTubers, like other YouTubers' games. Like for example, we do this thing of the game dev roasting streams where we roast you guys. One thing that I was wondering is like, would it make sense to have like a game dev YouTuber plays other game dev YouTubers games? Like we could play Mind Over Magnet, or we could play the soon to be massive hit Cropolution. I'm not gonna say too much about this, but hey, Sasquatch's game and things like that, because this is coming out. This got delayed very recently. Cropolution. Did it get delayed? Update history. Oh yeah, it got changed yesterday by an extra 2 weeks. I guess that's so far the idea of we're gonna do the game in a month, but that was an idea I had. Or is it like too? I don't know. I feel like it feels kind of wrong. What's the Thomas? Thanks, but no thanks. But then like his other game, I wonder, is it like too mean, so to say? Because when we do the roasting of your guys' games that you guys submit, it's like you ask for it. But I feel like if I play Bridges and Docks or Mind Over Magnet, and I'm like, yeah, this game sucks, I think it's a bit different then, because they don't really care about, or like they didn't really sign up for me suddenly be like, oh yeah, this art style is horrible, or this genre is horrible. So that's like, it's something that we've been thinking about. I think it could be cool to make like videos playing other game devs' games, because man, there are some stinkers as well. I have questions about marketability and things like that I do think we could talk some stuff about. But the problem is, yeah, you can try to highlight the good in it. If there's any, I guess, yeah, what is it? If you have nothing good to say, don't say anything. So let's close this Steam page. Yeah, so they didn't ask for it. So that's also why I feel like technically any YouTuber can give a review. It's just because we're like in the same niche, it feels kind of like a dick move. So probably someone like Thomas Stewart, I can send a DM and be like, hey, yo, you fine with this? Other YouTubers, maybe not as much. So yeah. It would be quality. Madodev is, you're always like the you have like the angel and the devil, and you're always like, do it, roast them, start more drama. I'm honestly surprised that we didn't get more drama on the devlog video, because there's some pretty big call outs there as well. Video has actually done pretty well. It started miserably. It started as an 8 out of 10, but it's been picking up. Or like not picking up, but it's been keeping going steadily. So that's always nice. You know you want to roast Sasquatch B. Oh boy, you know. But we keep that to the Patreon, the roasting for now. Yeah, we don't have real drama compared to other game dev, or like compared to other YouTube niches. That's true. I do want to have like the drama where I go into a boxing fight with some other game dev YouTubers. I think that could be a fun one, but we're not there yet. So yeah, I expected like more YouTubers to come, like devlog YouTubers that I talk about, because like people like Aya and Codier, they're subscribed to me, so I can see that as well. But yeah, it's just, who's your favorite YouTuber game dev? Well, for that, you're going to have to go over to Patreon. I guess here. we have a ton of great content. Like for example, this recent video that we made where I talk about all about how to make capsules, but we also have banger content like tier listing game dev YouTubers, where it's me and Thomas who just talk about all of the different game dev YouTubers. It's a big ass list, and we rank them. I'm not gonna give you the spoilers on who it is though. So Patreon is the place to be. There's a lot of good content there. Honestly, we do some fun stuff like this, but there's also a lot of really good in-depth content that's been uploaded there. Like I think the last month, honestly, I've been pretty happy with the videos that I've been uploading, like business reviews, market research guides, crowdfunding, what to do post-release, like a lot of good things here. Renzo Witt, what do you think about Sasquatch Beast's new cozy game? I think, yeah, go back like 5 minutes in the vault. Because, yeah, I talked about it here already. We got some beef, so... we saw everything from the thumbnail. You are new to this channel because our thumbnails for our tier lists are always different than the actual tier lists. They're always fake. I would never... Oh, did I already shut down Patreon? I would never in my life put... I think I can pull up the thumbnail, actually. Give me a second. I would never put... What's the guy's name? Tor? Pirate Software. I would never put him on S tier in reality. It's like I always do the rage baits there. Because it's like, yeah, Bite Me Games and Pirate Software S tier. Do you really think I am that like obsessed? And that like some people are like D tier? No. Some people are D tier. But not this tier list, definitely. Guys, this is not an actual tier list. You'll have to watch the real video. This is the clickbait. We do the same thing on our YouTube. Oh, god damn it. Why do I have to explain this? Let me pull up an old tier list. Let's see, game engine tier list, and then I can go to thumbnail. What is the thumbnail here? This was the thumbnail for Game Engine tier list. And it's RPG Maker all the way at the top, S tier. And then everything else is like F tier, Godot, E tier Construct. If you've seen the video, then you know that we did not put Godot at F tier. Even though in my heart it is always F tier. Ooh, did you guys see the Godot drama? The mirror. I haven't actually fully looked into it. Wait, what? It's like some game. Godot is too lightweight. Okay, whatever. Or is this? Oh no, this is from 2 years ago. But they just did something as well with this. Mirror Switch is not drama. They just want to build their own thing. I haven't fully been following it because the buy streams have kind of been cancelled. It's apparently not that bad, Godot drama. They said on their own website. Yeah, is it here? Yeah, we made the difficult decision to transition from Godot. Thank you to the Godot distributors. It's a whole video. Read the blog post. Key topics. What's next for Mirror? Whatever. I'll look into this later. Fake news, everyone. So yeah, there's no more Godot drama. Do you think it's better to do websites as social media marketing on a per game basis or on a studio base if you hope to make multiple games? I know you focus on studio, but you make other content. Don't make separate YouTube accounts per game, but so you make your YouTube account be the studio, and then you just upload your trailers and whatever there. I think that would be the way. Don't do websites. Nobody on this earth goes to your website. Use platforms like YouTube, XD Everything app, Twitter. No, that doesn't exist anymore. Like Facebook, if you use Facebook. But I would do YouTube channel studio-wide and then upload the game trailers there. So I I got a lot of. Maybe I should. I was considering, should I make a pinned comment about this? Choo Choo. I'll find it here. Wondering if you saw the Choo Choo Charles guy's video about devlogs. Have you seen should developers make devlogs? And it's like, I didn't. I've seen it since. I've seen it in like the period between the video has been edited and scheduled and the video came out. It's just so goddamn long, and it's like, get to the fucking point. This video did not have to be 31 minutes, I think. And some of the things he says, like, yeah, it's fine, but I don't fully agree with it. I think he's got good stuff. He's got some credibility, but the problem I have here is, do the wish lists come from people watching the devlog, or do the wish lists come from, and this is something I address in the video, having the devlog, and the devlog becomes the talking point for press and everybody else who fucking matters and not the game dev themselves to talk about the game. And that is the thing that I think that video, the point misses a little bit of how much that the devlog can do as a marketing beat for press, which converts much, much more. That is something that I saw with one of the games doing... that had like 18,000 wishlists in total. And I looked up, because I even show it in the... I probably not... It's very unclear if you don't know what you're looking at, but I actually... Oh, actually, I just have the source footage. I think that's going to be easier. Let me pull up... I watched 100 devlogs. Let me pull up the Premiere project, and I can show you what I mean. Yeah, what put him on the map was a very... Yeah, for his second game, like, it's kind of the same thing as David Vela. Like, at this point, his second game, he's got so much money, he's got so much marketing budget, so much clout that it doesn't really matter anymore what he does. He'll have success. And then I think, yeah, it can be like, oh, I make something viral, and it's like, yeah. Bro, Lex Pearta, he's not short content baiter like you. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you here? If you're just gonna... Oh, why is everything offline? Oh, look, it's his game, even. Where am I gonna find it? It's one of these 5 million clips. Is it this? Nope, it's not this. Oh, yeah. So it was this, Silent Desolation, and they made a devlog, and this is what got them 18,000 wish lists. Just the fact that, hey, a lot of press started covering the game. Am I gonna be able to find it? No. It's gonna be earlier, I feel. It's not gonna be here. Whatever. There's a tool, I've talked about it before. Oh, my PC just froze. Please hold. Or is it my mouse? No, it's my PC. Oh, it's this thing. Please don't... Okay, cancel. So what this is this is from a site called Ubersuggest, which finds all of the places that link to your store page. And they had like... If I don't know if you can see it, but it's like, oh, Fallout meets Death Stranding in this open world RPG. And it's like a gaming Bible. Yes, one of the biggest platforms for fucking normies. Of course, you're going to get a shit ton of wishlists then. The wishlists don't come from the devlogs. The wishlists come from all of these articles. 80 level. Gamespark.jp is giant as well. Yeah, you have some Russian one as well. Yeah, of the website, I mean, I'll show you. I talked about it in a previous video as well. Ubersuggest. Let's see if I can pull it up. Is it in here? God damn it. It's such an ass website, honestly, because it like tries to sell you all the time. Oh, I forgot the name of the game. 1 second. Let me find again. I watched 100 devlogs. A Silent Desolation. Okay. So I go to... Yeah. Jesus Christ, this is what I mean. This site is absolutely dog shit, but it's the only good backlink site I know. So what you do is you take the store page of the game, in this case, A Silent Desolation. So if you want to take a look at it, this one, the post-apocalyptic one. And then what you can see here is it links to all of the articles, like, for example, Fallout meets Dead Stranding. And then you can see, okay, what are the articles written about it? And the Gaming Bible, these are platforms that a shit ton of people are like looking on. And you can see like, oh yeah, what is like the anchor text? So all of them basically refer to Steam back. And this is where you get a shit ton of wishlists from. So yeah. Planning to start promoting my game soon on socials. I heard Twitter is popping in Japan. Would you recommend separate Twitter accounts for different regions? One, do you speak Japanese? Do you know how Twitter Japan works? And two, do you have the time to try and market into different regions? Does your game make sense to be advertised on... like, does it make sense to be advertised to a Japanese audience? Do you have like, hey, this is a genre, like a JRPG or whatever, that I should actually try and actively market it to game devs? Yeah, also people wishlist games that look good. So this game looks really goddamn good. Like, who wouldn't wishlist this game? Honestly, tell me you look at this and it doesn't look like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. But separate Twitter accounts only make sense if you speak both languages, if you understand, because the Japanese side of everything, of XD Everything app, is like completely different in how it works from the English side. So you can't just translate your tweets and put them on into Japanese and upload them to your JP account. It's not going to work. You need to understand the platforms you're using for marketing. So can you do separate accounts? I think yes, you can, but we're talking about things that you are almost becoming a full-time content creator, or not content creator, community manager, sorry. And that is something that not everyone does. Let me pull up my music again. Law. I watched this video. The point was to focus on both attention on the project and action/conversion. Basically, don't try to get 100% of more of either alone, but want 10% more of both. Okay. Sure thing. It's different. You can follow what we did for Unicycle Pizza Time to a T, and it could also absolutely fail. We've seen that as well. There's no surefire way to guarantee success by copying his like devlog style, by copying our game style, by copying anything really. So yeah, there's no formula to game dev. A completely unrelated question. Thoughts on licensed properties for indie titles? So generally you have to pay up front. That's the big problem. A lot of franchises, like, of course, at Disney you will not get. So you would have to go for like B-tier franchises, and there it gets harder. If you want to go directly and speak to the franchise and be like, hey, I like Stranger Things or whatever. Stranger Things is probably also too big. Something like The Expanse is probably a good example. Fuck, never mind, it's Telltale. I'm dumb. Well, anyway, I'll still talk as if it's an indie game. It's published by Telltale, so maybe it's not fully. This takes use of a franchise, and it's like a licensed property, which helps with things like marketing. But you are not getting this for free. This is not like, oh, we'll just make the game and it's like a 50% revenue split at the end of the day. We get to use your franchise and whatever. You're often paying them between $50,000 and $250,000 upfront to be allowed to use their franchising, to use their property, intellectual property, and then you also on top of that have to pay money back. And that is probably the bigger barrier. One thing but the golden era of that kind of is over, is like Netflix games. Can I just find that here? Can I see the available mobile games? Okay, not that door, but Damn, Hades isn't the Netflix thing. But there's a lot of games in here as well normally that are like the Stranger Things games and things like that. There are actual times. Damn, 12 minutes is for free on Netflix. That's a pretty good deal, honestly. And if you get someone like, hey, you're partnered with Netflix, which used to be an easier thing when I spoke to some developers who did it back in 2019, 2020, then they will often get you into contact with the franchising and things like that and actually pay it up for sure. But it's not really the best. Would an action RPG dungeon crawler be a good game? Trust Bart Mamser in this case, Renzo, with art, because he made that. Damn, Netflix has a big-ass library, actually, of some pretty big-ish games. Like the Hades and things like that. But yeah, things like also Transformers, Forced to Fight, and Shadow and Bone Enter the Fold. Those are things that you can only do through like something like a Netflix. Like you could probably try and contact the franchise owners as well. Yeah, San Andreas is in there as well. But yeah, some of these things like, what is it, Moonlighter, are pretty solid games, honestly. And Spiritfarer, too hot to handle. So, it's not the easiest thing to do, is I think the best way to say it. If your game is good, franchise is not needed. Just make it your own, but be heavily inspired. I think that's an LT. Okay, you realize it's an LT statement, I hope, Echo say. Franchises will always, always, always help with marketing. The problem is you will need to put some upfront investment into getting that marketing, getting all of that. And that is something that, once again, for most indies, if you're starting from zero and you have like no budget, yeah, it's not gonna happen. There are some publishers showing up like Big Fan Games. Oh yeah, Big Fan Games was the one, I think we covered it in one of our Byte streams. Yeah, Devolver with like focused purely on, what did we talked about this on the Byte stream. Let me pull up our giant doc. What did I have written down? No? Did I not talk about this? I swear to God, we were considering talking about it at least. Maybe we didn't end up doing it. Yeah, okay, never mind. It's something I looked into at least, but it seems we didn't actually cover it. What would be a good starter project then? It depends, my dude. It depends on your skills. It depends on so many things at the end of the day. Are you a programmer? If you're not a programmer, yeah, then certain genres may not work. Are you an artist? Are you neither? Are you just someone who wants to get into game dev? That's going to determine your engine choice. It's going to determine your technology, what you're going to be able to make as a game. Like, a good starter project technically is things like make a 2D platformer in an engine like Construct. But then the question is, do you just want to make a shitty 2D platformer, or do you want to make an actual good game? Do you maybe want to charge money from that later on? And that's where things get more iffy. Does Chris? I didn't know he had videos about that. I know he did a bunch of videos, but yeah, just marketing, Steam page, and then he had the third one, I think, as well, but I'm not sure anymore. But there's like an intersection of the game you can make, the game you want to make, and a game that people want you to play. I'm an artist with some programming experience. Then probably don't go for an ARPG dungeon crawler, because there you go super, super deep on the items and all of that, and focus on something with cute visuals first. I think if you're an artist and you want to print money, you make a game like this. And it's like, it doesn't matter what the fucking gameplay is gonna be. It looks so good that people will buy it anyway. Because how many wishlists is this shit at? I mean, not shit, it looks really good, honestly, but it's like, this is what I say with people, games, yeah, 500,000 wish lists with just some trailers of kind of a generic ass base building game at the end of the day that looks really good. And then when I say like, hey, make good visuals sell themselves, and then people are, oh no, good game sells themselves with deep mechanics. This is my answer: 500,000 fucking wish lists. Just because it looks good, really, and it's in like an interesting setting. .3D platformer. What is it? Screenbound? I still have... I think something like a Screenbound. It has a similar, very vibrant and nice style. I think a better one is Outbound. If you're looking... Why are so many bound games? Like, this is the style of games. If you're an artist, you should make this style of games. Because these are the games that just sell the best. How is Outbound doing? Am I gonna get a load? Yeah, Outbound, like 500 wishlist, 500k wishlist as well. Once again, I think they had a demo. Actually, I don't think they had a demo. They just did their Kickstarter recently. Yeah, if a cozy games is a, it's one of those video ideas I had. Cozy game is a fucked up word at this point because, okay, here we go again. I don't think this is a cozy game. Like, what makes a cozy game at this point? Is it just anything that is cutesy? I think Thomas Sala, in his recent interview with Thomas Brush, did it really well. Also, my music stopped. I know why. Thomas Brush, where Thomas Brush was like, oh, you're making a cozy game, and then Thomas Sala starts swearing. He's like, no, I'm not making a fucking cozy game. I'm making a chill game. I don't want a cozy game. And I loved it because this is something like you could call it a cozy city builder technically, and it's like that's not what it is though. So yeah, like, is this a cozy game? Because there's no combat. It's like Skogvold, the game that we want to make as well. It's like, is it a cozy game? Also not really. But it's like, it's a chill game, and I think that's better. So, cozy games... Not cozy games, just good-looking games, basically. Even if it's just a Quixel Mega Scan asset flip, and you add some custom art with that as well, that's worth it. If you're a low-skill 3D artist, get onto PSX trend before it's gone. Yeah, so get stuff like Wrought Flesh, probably. It's like the visual style that is still kind of working right now. Also, Jesus Vasquez. During this booking call, you'd have an overview of the market research to see if the game idea would work or not. Yeah, that's fine. I think I've done similar things. I think ideally you would bring multiple ideas then even. I think that would be the best case, because if it's only like one idea, it's not enough. But you're like, hey, I have a bunch of ideas that I think are all equal, but I'm not really certain which ones are good or bad or like harder. Yeah, if you can define cozy by the there's this video about cozy games that summarize it a lot. Cozy games are a problem or something. It says like 1 point. Is it this one? Maybe. There's some. We are not like the other games. Yeah, I think there are definitely some videos lately that talked a bit more about the fact that everything is becoming the same in the cozy games, and it's getting hard. Oh, 2D artists mainly. Ooh, I don't know about that. Can you do Cuphead? Because if you can't, I have bad news for you. Yeah, 2D gets harder, definitely, because it's just harder to sell. Of course, yeah, you can still sell, but it's an uphill battle more. Has anyone ever used the word cozy in their marketing in an ironic way at this point? This is a big. Let's not make it an RPG, my dude, for 2.5D. Yeah, what is it? Is it Octopath Traveler? Yeah. Like, this is a really pretty 2.5D style game. I think it's Unreal Engine as well. Question is, how feasible is it? I think you also have Snecko, if we're talking about cozy games. That is like, it's a weird 2.5D, 3D, but 2D sprites mix. It's also, my dude, don't put so much text on your fucking screenshots. How did Valve approve this store page? Because Valve was like, don't put text on your fucking screenshots. Just show me the game. I can draw well. I can actually good at it. Is Dwarf Fortress a cozy game? See Tinykin. Wasn't Randy also trying to make a cozy game? Like, he switched now, but I think he was... Let's see... Tinykin. This is a cool style. Yeah, 2.5D, I guess. Similar to the Snecko, where like your characters are 2D, but your environment is 3D. Like, this is good still as well, I think. Yeah, he was like, oh, creating Victoria style. So here...
What is this?
He was basically making a 2D game of... I forgot the name of the game. He talks about it in here somewhere. Like another version of whatever this game was. But no Steam page or anything. And yeah, he ended up scrapping that one to go into Demon Knives, which looks okay. Yeah, Minami Lane is a 2D cozy game, and it's a short-scoped game as well. Although, I was looking there... They were making their second game, like their third game, sorry, and it looked kind of meh. I don't know. Minami Lane is a really good-looking cozy game, I think. If you can do this style as well, yeah. Or like, if you're an artist as well, like one of my... But this is like... The idea has gone over a bit, like games like Cats Organized Neatly, or Invento is another one. But these are like games that you can't sell for that much money. Of course, they're also very simple code-wise, and it's very much art-wise. You can make these pretty quickly. Getting them out there isn't always the easiest, so... You can do a lot of things at the end of the day, so... But yeah... Oh, Forager, that's the one from Randy, indeed. Where he wanted to... Yeah, this is like a 2D style as well. Damn, 20 bucks. Okay, there's a lot of depth in here, though. It's like Cosmo tier, I feel. Cosmo tier. Like, these are also super in-depth 2D looking games. Like, yeah, this is like kind of a different style still, but then the problem is you need to go really deep on depth. Hotline Miami's wife. Everyone is like just memeing with the cozy games, I feel like now. Hantron, Kingdom Hearts. I am too goddamn young for Kingdom Hearts. Chain of Memories. Let me expand my knowledge now. I see, but then do it hand draw. Okay, yeah, it looks kind of 3D-ish, I guess. I have no idea. I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts. Drova. This is a good capsule. Yeah, so the question is this pixel? Yeah, this is pixel art, I think. But pixel art is always such a giant trap in the amount of work needed. So if you can avoid pixel art, I would avoid pixel art as well. I think you have become community manager of Bite Me Games more than game designer. Kinda. That's also what I talk a bit about in the I'm Tired video, where this is the shit that makes money at the end of the day. Or like, not like more things as well. But if you look at the numbers, this is a very important thing. Do I have my I showed this graph very quickly in the latest video. It's like right now, out of how we make money, like 75% now, basically, a little bit less is me, because like Patreon relies on my face, sponsorship relies on my face, AdSense relies on my face, Twitch relies on my face, Steam sales, that is something that is not just me, that is the rest of the team. But things like Patreon is like driven 95% by me. And that's the problem, where it's now like, okay, if I then also have to do the game dev stuff, I don't mind doing the game dev stuff, but the problem is something has to give at some point. And if I do that, well, these big pies, they will go down a lot very quickly. And the Steam sales, until the game comes out, that pie is not going to expand. And I'm also, on top of that, I'm not a good game designer. Or at least I'm not now. And I think that is something that I kind of want to... I needed a break from it, because for the industry, I was a core game designer. Didn't go great. Songs of Everjade, I was the core game designer. It's Songs of Nevermade now. Also not great. Guild Architect, I also once again was... it was like a mix of me and William, but I still feel responsible for the failure of that. And I was like, okay, it's been 3 fucking times, and 3 times I just haven't hit the standard that I want. And it's like, I know I can do YouTube good. I can do that. Maybe I should take a step back from game design, because it's just not... It's not working out completely. And I think someone like William can have a lot of potential, and maybe someone like Thomas as well. And that's kind of what we want to figure out now, with them having their own games as well, to see like, hey, how did they work without me helicoptering over that, basically. And that's kind of like the experiment we're doing now. Guild Architect is not a failure. Why do you say that? Because Guild Architect, it's just not fun. And if the game design, if we spent half a year plus on making a game and it turns out it's not fun, it means that I have failed. It means that I haven't been listening enough to my own shit of prototyping enough. And the big problem, honestly, is not even that we didn't know it wasn't fun. The problem is that we all just ignored it. And the problem is we're all saying like, we'll add some more mechanics and it'll be fun. And it was something that you guys were giving valid feedback on when we were like back in July, adding like, oh, we're adding a gambling mechanic. And it's like, this is not going to make the game more fun. But we were like too much driven into, okay, we can't have another game that fails, so we have to keep going. But it just wasn't fucking fun. So that's why we were like, okay, we need a break, because we were kind of not burnt out on Guild Architect back in early August, end of July, but it was like we didn't see an end anytime soon. So we did Unicycle Pizza Time, and Unicycle Pizza Time was like definitely fun from like second one, basically. And yeah, things like paper prototyping. Yeah, you can't paper prototype Unicycle Pizza Time. But also game design, I don't think Unicycle Pizza Time is like great game design. I think it's a bit weird. It's a good game, but it's not something that like you can look at and be like, this is the pinnacle of game development, game everything, basically. Something like a Guild Architect, probably we should have paper prototype. We should have done more. Guild Architect is not fully cancelled, but it's also not something that right now... It's something we probably would first go and see if we can push a bit more into either... Yeah, we need a break from it, basically. I don't know. It's something that also is a game that is so giant in scope that we wouldn't be earning much money from that game for like a year. Even if we scope it down, find more fun, whatever, you know, all of that stuff, do a rewrite and focus more on having it be fun in the beginning already, that would be a long time without releasing any games. And I already closed my Excel. Well, I'll pull it up again. The problem is this needs to go up. Steam sales needs to go up, because at some point I am going to burn out and I'm going to want to fucking kill myself, and 75% of our income is going to disappear overnight. And by having more Steam games, releasing more Steam games, getting more money from that, That is actually going to be important. Furkan, are you working on something secret not announced yet? We've talked about it before. Actually, at the beginning of this stream, I showcased this. There are 2 games. One of them is here. Hello, we're so back, boys. Let's go. You should be able to hear me now, right? Yes, let's go. Okay. So, what did I miss? Okay, I saw a comment in your latest video referencing Cynthia Ludol's videos on devlogs. I think it would be worth watching it idea. Go back half an hour in the vault. I already do that. Also, Furkan, how do I don't know. I don't know any other Furkans. I'm not that burnt out that I actually froze. What did A Davis? Mornings.exe crashed. I'm back there. Oh, hi there. You got that hype streaming voice down. You should try becoming a YouTuber. If only PNG tuber. So I was going over my 2 projects very quickly. Just basically I was talking about, I was talking about, do I have it here still? Yes. No, fuck, I don't. It's somewhere. My book about like the fact that I don't think I'm a good game designer. So the only video we made on our YouTube channel is the one that is the book club about game design, where I just go through some other person's book who knows how game design works. But maybe I also had a video of like how to make your game more fun. That was something that I did learn myself as well. But I try to be scared or like be wary a little bit of that. Similar to marketing, I try not to make too many marketing videos because it's things that I don't fully. I have some idea at this point, but it's not to the level that I always think of like, hey, this is good. But that was Gate Read, by the way. I bought those books. That's nice. I got nothing from that support. I just got the book for free. But if you got value from it, I am very happy. I know what I was going to do because we're all here anyway. And we have this beautiful graph, right? If you want to help me see this Twitch category go up a little bit, let's walk you through something you can do. If you go to twitch.tv/lightmegames and you want to support us, and not Ksenat. I know he's doing the Mafiathon, but what you can do as well is, I'm already here, but if you're a Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, I'm gonna keep pushing this. There's a lot of Marnixes here now. Let me pause this before it breaks. Down here, there is a subscribe button. If you have Amazon Prime linked to your Twitch account, and they're like a little pair together, you can subscribe to us for free. I get like $3 every month, and you pay nothing. I think that's a pretty good trade deal, no? Up to you. But if you want to support us, that's probably one of the easiest, cheapest ways to do it. It is prime time. Didn't know I had to. It does look funny how there's like 3 different versions of me now, all in here. I do not have twins. But yeah, down there, maybe I can show it in a private window. There's a link to our Twitch down below. Oh, God, stop playing. Yeah, here. In the subscribe button here, get a monthly free sub with Prime Gaming. So, hey, Vankil, thank you very much. You got it. You know how it works. So, thank you very much for it. There should be like pop-ups, but I guess, oh, I saw the alert box doesn't give sound though. Oh, maybe it crashed as well. Yeah, well, yeah, no, the alert box. Okay, normally there's like sound effects as well when you subscribe. That doesn't seem to happen. But thank you very much, Vankel. So, yeah. That's food for one meal for me now. Anyways, let's get back to... I don't know, honestly. Yeah, we've been going at this for 1.5 hours. Hey, hype train incoming? Why? Because we only got 1 sub. I don't think you can hype train. Aha! Undead Fish, thanks for the Prime sub as well. Nice, let's go. I wanted to talk about something. Oh, no. Yeah, now that I'm on Steamworks here anyways, guys, what are some of the big questions you guys have about Steam? Because I want to make a tutorial series about Steamworks because I don't know if I've mentioned this before. We have permission from Steam to make tutorials about Steamworks, even though somewhere here it says like, oh, it's under NDA. I forgot where it is. But I met with them at Gamescom. Yeah, here, like Valve Confidential. This, I can ignore this. There's only like 1 page they told me, the marketing and visibility, that I can't cover. But if it's for making content, I can do it. So if there are things about Steam that you specifically are like, I have email proof. If there are things that you are like, hey, this is fucking unclear to me about Steam, and it's something that you want to know, like, let me know, because I'm planning on making some videos about it, but I'm not really sure about what really matters, because there's nothing on YouTube, basically. Publishing free games on Steam also costs money. Yeah, you still have to pay the $100 Steam fee, and you're not really getting that back. Yeah, I think uploading builds was one thing, especially if you, because it's like, where is it? Steam pipe builds. This is not a tutorial, but it's like, especially if you have big ass builds, it gets harder, because otherwise you can just like literally upload a zip file. But for the bigger ones, you need Steam pipe, so that's probably a thing. Do they really give free Steam Deck to any game dev? No, I know what you're talking about. I think it's... let me see if I can find it. What you're referring to is... I think I need to go to Steam Deck itself. View dashboard. Here. So here you have request beta hardware. And in here you can ask for a Steam Deck. You are not getting a Steam Deck. The only people who have gotten this that I've spoken to are all US based. So... if you're not in the US submitting this, because we submitted this as well, we got nothing. So you can ask for it, but it doesn't really matter. The dev/code tutorial about integration with Steam. The question there is, okay, it depends per engine, and we're never making Godot tutorials. So we could do it for Unity, but then once again, like only a third of our audience is from Unity. So yeah. Yo, I develop games with a framework. How would I get a game on Steam? Do you have an exe file? Then you can get it on Steam. Basically, that's all you upload. Maybe I even just have like, let me see if I can pull up unicycle pizza time. I think we just have like a builds folder. Yeah, so this is what we upload. Oh, here I even have the zip files. This is what we upload to Steam. We like, this is our Unity exports, and then you just upload this folder, and that's it. Easy as that. And then this is what Steam automatically installs on other people's PC. It automatically manages things like doing the fragmenting, so not everything has to be downloaded anyway. Is there a way to do automated uploads on Steam, and how easy is it to do this? Yes. This is something else that we once wanted to do. Oh, does this still work? Yes, but it's kind of fucked right now. But it's called pipelines, CI/CD. It's a bunch of work, but here, build and deploy all. This is something Jamie did. Windows demo, yeah. Where if you push an update to Git, automatically it gets built, it gets tested, it gets whatever, and then it gets pushed to Steam. This is something I'm not 100% sure about how it works, but Jamie, who's like our half whatever developer, he did this. Is it really worth setting up a CI/CD? Not really. It's, especially not if you're a solo dev, don't bother with it. It's cool, but it's definitely not a requirement to have. We have it because we're also software engineers, or like especially Jamie in his main job works with pipelines and things like that. So he's like, hey, let's also learn how to do it for Teams, for like TeamCity, to do it for Steam. You can do it. Is it a requirement? Absolutely not. Is it easy? Also no. This took like a month to set up. So yeah. What's a framework? Frameworks is things like it's what's the, god damn it, there's like OpenGL are like frameworks, things that like are still, it's not a full-on engine, but it does help you improve like your code and whatever. How often can I upload a new build? You can constantly send new builds before you release their game, like permanently. Like I could upload a new build right now and it doesn't matter. Oh, like mono game indeed would be a framework indeed. Mike 10, I receive a lot of emails for curators asking for keys. What you do is you set up an email rule in your Outlook that if it contains the word curator, it automatically gets removed to like sent to spam. Curators are the scum of the earth. Curators honestly should not exist. It's something that Steam is, I hope they kill it soon. Curators is just purely scammers. Curators is purely garbage people. I've made a video about this a year ago where it actually links to a video of a curator behind the scene, how they work. Because curators is how our game got pirated before it released. Let me see if I can find it. Does Steam allow uploads via SSH? I don't think it's SSH. They have something called Steam Pipe, which is a bit different. But it's, once again, we've always done the web builds because it supports up to like, I don't know, like 4 gigabytes or something, or 2 gigabytes here. Video by curator. So there's this video we made last year, how our game was pirated before it was released. And in the description, this guy is a curator. He kind of looks like one if you ask me. And he talks about the behind the scenes basically of how do you buy curator followers, what should you send to people, and all of that basically. And just like to get more games for basically you're not adding any value. Damn, he even got the box of Cheez-Its, my dude. So yeah. Can you create multiple creator cages under a single Steamworks account? No. So that is something that we looked into because we were looking for sellout studios. Because what you can do, and I was like, what does this like? You can only have one per Steam account because we were like considering like, oh, so, but now here. What is funny is you can right here, I could write something else. I could be like sellout studios, whatever. And then if I save it and then preview in store, as you can see now, okay, developer, sellout studio, publisher, Bite Me Games. And I can click on this And you go to the search thing. This is not good. What you want instead is, if you click on the Bite Me Games, you go, this is not what's supposed to happen. Ignore this. You're supposed to go to your creator homepage. Or, oh no, you can have more, I think. Yeah. Can I make more? This is something I have to look into more, because it was something we were kind of looking into, but it wasn't fully. It's a bit weird. The thing with curators with YouTube Titanium are decent though. They should never ask for keys. So curators, there's this thing in Steam itself called Curator Connect, where you send direct copies, not keys. If you get keys, you're going to find those game keys on G2A, on Kingwin, on whatever, and someone's trying to get money from it. The downside, however, that we learned from curator keys is that you can't invalidate them. So once you've given a curator access to your game, they will permanently have access to that game, and you can't revoke that. And in our case, it meant that one of the curators had access to our game and was making pirated builds of that game, and we could not stop him from having access to that game because we gave him access to Curator Connect, and you can't revoke that. Yeah, never sent keys for any curators, honestly. How early should you get your Steam page up? I think that's also the reason why Guild Architect's Steam page isn't up. I think as soon as you have a 30-second, 45-second trailer of your game, and the trailer looks actually good, that is when you can make a store page. That's why Guild Architect's store page isn't up yet. At first, I was like, oh, get the store page up as soon as possible, nothing else matters. I have changed that. I think you should always have a trailer, because it just shows so much more than just 5 screenshots. It's, do yourself the professional respect of having a trailer. If you have enough gameplay to show 30 seconds, I think you have enough gameplay to look into having a Steam page, and you have something that you can share already. If you have something like this, you don't have enough to really share, and you don't have enough to market, and it's like, cool. This doesn't look the most riveting, and it translates to, oh goddamn. Lucian, I think it's at like 108. Yeah, 108 reviews. It's not great. So I think, yeah, having a trailer is the good one. It would be good for indies if the Nouveau was cheap. Trailer also show on Hover, and oh, actually, I didn't look at it. Does the Cooking Fest? Because Steam has been pushing trailers more. Well, this is great. There was a fest recently, and their Steam was really pushing the trailer, like TikTok thing, similar to what they did with Next Fest. It doesn't seem like they're doing that now. But trailers, they show on Hover as well. It's better to have trailers. It shows so much more of the game as well, and it's just a good point for you to understand that, hey, okay, now I should... Sorry, I'm not used to talking this much for this long anymore. Like, now I have enough game that I can actually showcase it to the world and showcase it to more people. It would be good for... You know, I actually considered reaching out to the Nouveau for a sponsorship last year, because I was like, this is funny, no? But we never ended up doing it, because I was like, yeah, we're gonna get so much fucking hate for that. So, yeah. Yeah, so Kevin Vargas, it's something I looked into as well, and then some other people in chat also corroborated that you can indeed make different pages for your horror games and cozy games by just having different devs, but be on the same account. It's honestly a pretty good thing. So, yeah. How different the trailer of Wishlist announcement and launch trailer should be? Honestly, it shouldn't be... I don't think it's just more, I think. Like, launch trailer, is like, you know, launch trailers often are like 1.5, maybe even 2 minutes, showcasing all the stuff. Like the wishlist, I think you don't even need to do a launch trailer. We didn't do one for, okay, of course, kind of shit because it's short. That's like, we didn't do one for Forge Industry either. We just had an announced trailer, wishlist trailer. There's like a funnel. Oh, I think I talk about it on the Patreon video of like, let me see if I can pull it up. There is this really good video on Patreon, patreon.com/bitemegames, about trailers. And then let me see if I can find it in here. Everything I know about making trailers. A 50-minute long video. Hey everyone. Where I go through everything I know about trailers. And in there, yeah, I talk about here gameplay trailers, launch trailers, update trailers, all of that. Okay, yeah, it's a bit in depth here. Things like cinematic trailers, teaser trailers, all of that, and which ones you actually need to have. And it comes down to all you need to have is an announcement trailer, or technically it's the same as a gameplay trailer. If announcement trailers for larger AAA studios and things like that often don't include any gameplay, or it's like all cinematics, pre-rendered cutscenes, whatever. Those are not good. All you need is to have a gameplay trailer that counts as your announcement trailer, basically. Do you think music is important for the trailer? Yes, music is the most important part of the trailer. The music sets the tone for your entire game. I think a good reference for that, if you want to hear some more thoughts about music. Actually, I think I covered it in the... I'm not sure anymore. I've made too many videos here. 5 trailer mistakes. Did I talk about music in here? Timestamps. Audio mistakes? Not really. There is this live stream we did a while back. Making a trailer from zero live. This one, where I talk a lot about audio as well. It matters a lot. This reminds me I need to get back to making my game. Making my game, I mean learning Unity. If I learn Unity, I mean learning C#. You'll get there eventually. Guild Architect looks great. One thing that bugs me is something about the graphics. My dude, we are going to kill every single part of the graphics on that game if we ever get around to it. We are not happy with it either. The problem we had is we built Guild Architect around the Quibbly shader. Because we were like, hey, we want to go for that anime style, but there are some issues with how the outline renderer works on the Quibbly shader and things like that, and we just couldn't get there. And like, that is something that we'll probably have to look back and completely overhaul the shader, maybe see if we have to do some custom shading and technical art to make it look better. But this is one of the big breaking things as well, that we was like, okay, we're just gonna take a step back because this is a giant fucking thing that we would have to redo out of nowhere. We would keep it stylized, but we would just use different shaders, not this one anymore. Super easy. We're not making Guild Architect a PBR game. I think that doesn't look good. I think Tavern Master, this game, honestly, it's like a mix of stylized PBR and then like Cinti, and it just looks so... It looks like ass, if you ask me, but it has 9,000 fucking reviews, and this makes me be like, how? So, yeah. We're all gonna make it, indeed, Lonesome Crow. So we're probably not gonna be doing PBR. I do want to make it stylized and one big thing. Who are the best writers, narratively speaking, in indie game dev? What do you mean, the best writers? Narratively speaking, indie game dev? Oh. Sometimes you just have to get up to 21. Yeah, that's how. There's this book, speaking of writing, called... I can hold it like here. That I'm working on for a book club, but it's kind of hard because I'm not a writer. It's called the Game Narrative Toolbox. It's a pretty good book so far that talks about like everything about how you structure your writing and things like that. It's It's deep though, and that's the problem. I don't know if I can fit it into like a single video and things like that. Yeah. Le Jeu de Milan. Sunnyside Crossing has 29 followers. I think it's not coming out yet though, anytime soon. Yeah, to be announced. So it's very far. Yeah, take one topic from the book. That's often what I do. But I need to understand the full book first, and it's a very in-depth, dense book. So it's like, do I focus on things like world building, story, like dialogue? It's a lot of stuff. There's a dedicated chapter just about visual novels, and it's like, I kind of want to make a visual novel at some point, but it's like, I'm not doing the art for that. But it's like one of the ideas, like, hey, can I just make a video like where I take RenPy and I take ink and use the book thing and make a visual novel, whatever that may be. Speaking of visual novels, one of our viewers' games was coming out today. Is it out yet? Popular coming? I can't see it anymore. I guess it is unfortunately not on popular new releases anymore. I forgot the name. Yeah. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Mind Over Magnet is on there at least. Oh, and it's got at least 15. Psychobot, wait with this. I haven't fully read the book yet. Don't get this book yet. Wait until the book club is there. What are we looking at otherwise? I'm making a chill game with relaxing music, but considering to use intense upbeat music in the trailer to help build excitement. Do you think this might be a good idea, or should I keep the trailers chill? I would go for more upbeats. Now, of course, I think there's a difference between... I think it's just BPM. You can still have a cozy kind of game, but not be super, super in-depth. Wait, what am I saying? I was reading chat and I got confused. You can have a cozy game, but not be like super mellow and lo-fi music and all of that, but still have a bit more BPM and still have it be calm. Definitely ramp up the BPM, have more energetic stuff. It's going to be worth it for your trailer. You want to get that energy basically in there. Medieval delivery is yeah, that's the thing. You can have super good looking games like Medieval Delivery. Let's see, is it a good game? Ooh, this is a vague ass capsule. It's a game. I don't know if this is a style that is super applicable to the average Steam user though, but and especially this capsule I have issues with. Yeah, it did an early access and all of that. Oh, 11 reviews. That's rough. That's rough. The problem here is it's that you can do everything wrong and still lose, and that's life. I don't know if I would call this a super good looking game. Certain parts definitely. I think the environments look good. I think the characters look kind of whack. The art here is okay, but yeah. Is the book club a YouTube series? Yes, it is. There is a playlist just for you called Book Club. And we currently have 5 episodes in here. There's a book tier list, long-term game studio, like 5 more books. Conveniently right next to me. This is a book I covered, Game Dev Business Handbook. This is a book I covered, long-term game. And then there's behind me, but it's too far away. There's the make a video game all by yourself. And we're planning some more videos in this category. I actually also, because I came back from Japan yesterday, right? And I had an 18-hour flight. I read Play Nice by Jason Schreier. And if you ever feel like you're so this is the damn if you ever feel like, oh, being an indie dev sucks, read this book, and my god, you will suddenly be like, actually, yeah, being an indie developer, not too bad. Better than working at Blizzard, let me tell you that. So it talks about the entire thing of like all of Blizzard, all of the drama of how it went down and things like that. It's a really interesting read. Is it super applicable to indie game devs? No, not really. There's definitely some things that are like, how did Blizzard get big? It's very interesting to know. And it's generally a good, interesting read. All of Jason Schreier's book, his previous one, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, is the book that got me into game dev. It's really good as well. So if you want to read that, like, those are some more book recommendations. Yeah, I talk about more of it in the book tier list as well. Does it talk about the milk? It doesn't. I was so hoping it was talking about the stolen breast milk. There is one breast milk reference in the entire book, but it's unfortunately not about that. The large corporate game companies have the same problem that like large company industry companies as well, no escaping it. So what's actually interesting is I didn't know how horrible Activision was. So you may have heard of the name Bobby Kotick before, like this guy who's like the most evil man on earth. What he did, and that was very different compared to other game devs, is he didn't get people on board of the company who knew anything about games. They knew fuck all about games. What they focused was on FMCG, so fast-moving consumer goods. And that's things like, oh, selling diapers, selling cereal. And those people who came from things like Procter & Gamble, Unilever, and things like that, he hired them to sell video games. And that's why Activision killed so many games with the franchising model, with releasing yearly games and all of that. And that is part of the problem as well. You can definitely have a very good line in the history where, okay, things before 2006, like Blizzard, they were making generally good games, but they had some fallbacks and things like that. Once Activision joined, it just went down, 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 down. So, yeah. It's a... Game Dev by Vlad Murhulets was a pretty good read. Actually, I disagree. It was one of the first books I read. I didn't like it. Spoiler alert.
Those are some of the books.
It was a D tier for me. Let me move this a little bit. It felt too elitist for me, I feel. It felt too much of like, oh, my life is miserable and I kept programming even though my fingers were bleeding. And if you don't go like that, it didn't feel fully applicable. It felt a bit weird to me, the Game Dev Vlad Murhulets book. So I wouldn't fully recommend it. I think there are better books to get started in Game Dev. How do I still want to read Doom Guy. Yeah, it's purely a biography. Doom Guy, life in first person. It's not a good book to learn about game dev. It's a good book because I'm a simp for everything id and Doom and id Software and Romero and Carmack and whatever. Sometimes I wish that I was like a Romero and Carmack, like the John brothers with Thomas. Unfortunately, we are not. Let's see. I don't want to fully wrap up the stream yet, but I don't know. What should we do, guys? What should we do, guys? Has there been anything happening on the Discord in the meantime? Nah, not really. Nothing interesting. I think I did have one topic that I wanted to give a quick talk about. If nobody has anything else to talk about, and there was this post on our Discord, improve my game, where you can ask feedback for your game. I normally do dedicated streams where I just go through this entire list. Oh, when will Magical Girl Guardian Steam page get live? I don't know if Thomas is in here. I don't know. I asked both Thomas and William a few days ago to make a updated, overhauled planning of how they see their games and like some of the key points of when they want to release Steam pages, devlogs, and the actual game. Because I don't know exactly how long they need to work on their games. They know it better than me, so I don't want to be the manager like, oh yeah, Thomas, I don't care, you have to release the game by December 19th or whatever. Doesn't make sense. So I asked him, but I haven't spoken to him about it yet because we haven't had our one-on-one yet. So if he's in here, he can leak the date that he was going for. If not, you'll have to wait because I don't know myself either. Tips for managing indie game dev while in a 9 to 5. I think Thomas made a video about it. Indie game publishing. I have never heard of that book, actually. Goodreads. Wait, I already have an account. Can I just not log in? God damn it. Everything is logged out. Can I not? Oh, here. Search and browse books. My Thomas made a video about it. Damn, it got a full 10 ratings and no cover. This is a very niche book. But okay, maybe I'll take a look at this. We plan to pre-release a similar game. I wrote that book easy. Did you? I somehow have doubts about that one. No, Thomas made a video, my Thomas, about managing indie game dev with a full-time job. It's a while back. I don't know if I can immediately find it, but we've covered it a few times. Yeah, I don't have it like on standby the video, but yeah. We plan to release a similar game at the same time. I wonder, Horizon Interactive Entertainment, what your game is. Oh, let's take a look. Guns and Spookies. Damn, you got 6 views. I am scared. Okay, I know this. I shouldn't laugh at this. Okay, so I'm not gonna comment on this, but if I showed this to Thomas, he would be like, "Ah, we're gonna clap their ass easy." That's all I'm gonna say. When are we getting a podcast with all 3 Thomases together? All 4 would be the big W. Thomas Stewart would be easy. It's something I've actually been considering of like, maybe I should just let Thomas do an interview with Thomas. Thomas Brush, I don't think he likes us. We emailed him a while back. But I don't think he likes us. So I don't know if that's happening. Thomas Brush, if you're watching this, respond to our emails. Thank you very much. And then we have Thomas Sala, of course, who also got onto Thomas Brush's recent podcast. If all 4 of them, if all 4 Thomas game devs got together, I think honestly the singularity would happen. It would be so beautiful. What makes you excited about the Magical Girl game? It's fucking Magical Girl with guns. Also, it's guns and co-op. That is like more of the actual USP. I just love the setting and the hook and the fact that we maybe doing a special DLC, if you know what I mean. Make the strongest Thomas win. Yeah, it's like we have the Thomas tier list as well. So I want to see demo. I'm not going to play the demo now. Thomas Sala is OG. Helped me out a while back. Is Tamas the same as Thomas? I didn't think of him, but who the fuck is Tamas? You mean Thomas Sala? Who the fuck? I don't think this is the... Sala is S tier Thomas. Yeah, I talked about it in Discord. I have some drama with him. It's okay. He's nice. He's actually showed up in the Bite Me video as well. Let me find it. Bite Me Games 100. Am I gonna find it if I look up 100? Hey, what did people give as a title? Burning out on managing a game studio and YouTube channel and future plans. Huh, that's a pretty accurate title. Thanks, The Arrow. Bite Me Games. Advice 100. Am I going to find it in here? God damn it. I'll just have to look it up. I swear you have drawn with everyone. Nope, I don't have drawn with everyone. Just a lot of people. No, I think it's honestly not that bad.
If you could go back to...
He's somewhere in here. God damn it. I swear, he's somewhere in this video. I talked to Thomas Sala. So, yeah. I've met him before. I've met him like 3 times at this point, because he's kind of close by anyway. So, yeah. In a team, how not let different visions affect creativity put into the game while avoiding conflicts and being peacemaker. Basically, don't do equal divisions of... It's very noble to be like, oh, everyone has equal say. It doesn't fucking work. Every project, you need to have one person that everyone agrees on, okay, you are the final call. You need to have that or you're going to get stuck. You're going to get blocked, and you need to at some point have someone who's like, okay, you know what? Fuck this. I don't care about your opinion. We've been stuck discussing this for the past 2 fucking weeks. We're doing it this way. Go and suck a dick. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but then you need to have your teammates as well who agree with that and be like, okay, yeah, that's true. Let's keep going on. I think very weird one, Lex Friedman with Jeff Bezos talks about this at some point. Jeff Bezos on how to make decisions, I think. In one of these things, Jeff Bezos has a really good point about what to do when you have conflicting visions and all of that. So I think that is something to look at. But basically, we don't have equal share division either in Bite Me Games. There's different responsibilities, and someone at the end of the day for each project needs to be able to have the final say and be like, this is how we're doing it, yes or no. So, yeah. Equal shared responsibilities easy on your solo. Yeah, if you're a solo dev, of course. But even if you're 2 people, I would always have some difference and have someone who's like, okay, I have like a bigger stake in the game. I'm gonna like be the one who has the final calls. Of course, listen to the other person's opinion. But if at the end of the day, you're really stuck, you need to have someone that you have in advance said like, okay, you are the final call. You get to decide what are we going to do. And I think with that, I'm going to decide to wrap up the stream here anytime soon. So if you have a very quick last minute question, boys, you can ask it right now. If not, I got a new capsule for Pinnacle Point. Oh, that's maybe a good one. I'll take a very quick look at that. But I do want to wrap it up because I have to wake up early tomorrow. Ooh, this looks much better already. Yes, let's go. This is what it's supposed to be like. Good job, Robin. Are you happy to be back in Belgium? Absolutely not. It's fucking miserable. It's so goddamn cold. It's so goddamn expensive. It's miserable. I want to go back to Japan as fast as I can, if I could. So, Construct Games, thanks for tuning in. Have a nice rest of your evening. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you everyone for watching. Go and sign up for the Belgian Game Bite Me Game Awards. We are not affiliated with the Belgian Game Awards at all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.